Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Onechanbara. I'm your host CPCGamer, and in our last episode, the budget ran out. So now it's time for some short and solo missions on some recycled maps. We begin with Anna, and the confession that, once again, I've knocked the difficulty down a couple of pegs. You'll see for why. And you'll also see that I've switched the blood from red to purple, which makes the whole thing look like a high-res version of the previous game. I forget how you unlock that option exactly, because it's mostly useless, but there it is. You know, I like showing off as much as I can in the... Steady now, camera! I know it's hard, but you have to focus. Okay, you ready for something really stupid? I don't know why that makes me laugh every time I see it, but like, how did they not see that? It's like letting a T-pose model slip into the game, you know? Anyway, this is why I made things easier. The Reiko clones are entirely more manageable and easy than any of the other difficulties. I mean, I just get kicked around too much, even on normal, to make any of that worth showing. And now, we have Leviathan's gem. Leviathan is a biblical monster, a seven-headed sea snake designed specifically to make later culture sound ridiculous when they try to describe it. And also earlier on we picked up Belial's gem. Now, Belial is an interesting one, because it means worthless. Like, broken down literally, it means without value. And it used to be a catch-all description for sinners. Due to a hilarious translation error and the rules of the English language, this got corrupted so that Belial is now referred to and thought of as a character. A demon, specifically. And what's that? We're 3 minutes into the recording and one of the trickiest stages is done. That's why I made this easier for myself. Don't worry though, I am going to be making it harder for myself. Right now, in fact, so back to hard we go. And yeah, standard will do. This stage is called Searching for Saki, which is fair enough, because alliteration? Always awesome. But you're not actually searching for Saki. You're playing as her, and searching for the others. On an unrelated note, I have just noticed this music sounds pretty Whoa! What kind of crazy knockback was that? We are really lucky that didn't hit me, because that could have been the end of me. And I forget if I mentioned it the last time we saw him, this enemy is called Legion. And I don't know how I feel about its design. I mean, I like the eldritch array of screaming faces. I don't like that it's throwing me around, mind. But if you look at the monster, it's just a thing. It's a big brown blob that is kicking my ass. So let's try this properly. Now, it is possible to do this by dodging around in circles and taking the counter-strike every time it comes up. And, I mean, that's about the only way to get one of the game's achievements I found. But, really, full-on assault, best option. I mean, you've seen how well it's been working for me so far, right? Well, it's not like we have any other option in this tiny arena, so... whatever, let's go for it this way. When I can get a word in edgeways, these guys are almost done, so... you know what? The war of attrition wins through! Also, the ability that I can heal myself when they can't, there is also that. And... there we go. One more for good measure, because you're a jerk. Now, mercifully, the end of the level is just down this corridor. And you know what's interesting? I am never any good at this mission in story mode. Even though Saki's my main character, I always get kicked from pillar to post. It's weird. But just watch though, the next mission, the harder one, I'm gonna breeze through that. So, with Anna and Saki's solo run out the way, all that's left is, of course, Aya. Right, now before I forget, like I did last time, equipping the power bracelet. And I'm going to do it before I get into a huge fight, and I need the extra support. Why did they fence off their fence? Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say back in Saki's stage. The music in the latter half of the game sounds a lot like the kind of thing you'd hear in Streets of Rage 3. And yes, that was a hype combo! I am legitimately impressed I managed to do that twice in one series. And now never again. Just you watch. You know, I appreciate that the game lets you keep that combo going, even if you don't get the timing just right. Like, my hand-eye coordination has never been much good, but with this game, it doesn't really matter, because the cool combo keeps on going as long as you keep hitting something, regardless of whether or not you hit the critical timing points. Oh, by the way, those guys are called Returner, and their big thing is that they can regenerate lost body parts. So you need to be pretty relentless, especially on the harder difficulties. I mean, it's not too bad on hard, but on violent, they regenerate after maybe a couple of seconds of being left alone. They count as a giant zombie for the purposes of Saki's wrestling moves, so she does that awesome backflip thing. If I can get my timing right, which, after my performance in the last level, I really don't trust myself to do anymore. Anyone left? Anyone? Oh, there we go. So, Astaroth is also... Oh, by the way, you can destroy that gate and play hell with the sound effects system. Astaroth is also a demon from the Bible. Now, this one actually is a demon, not like the last two who kinda were, but not really. I looked this one up for the LP and it kinda made me laugh. Astaroth is a demon that, according to the French Inquisition, tries to seduce people away from Christianity by introducing them to rational thinking. Just let that sink in for a bit while I kill Misery again. She's exactly the same in this one as she was the last time we met her. The challenge comes from the fact that you're on your own, and the fact that she has a bunch of zombie minions as backup this time. I mean, that's one of the things that I feel lets the game down. They could have tweaked her AI a little bit, or given her a new tack, or done something different. I do like this little alcove, though. Yeah, sure, you keep attacking the whirling vortex of death. How'd that plan work out for you, dummy? Now, that one was Mammon's gem, and Mammon is an interesting one, because it is used both as a concept and a deity interchangeably. It represents material greed and the desire to be rich. And you're probably smart enough to work out what happens now. We're heading to that little room where where the other two ended their missions. It'd be kind of nice if they set up some kind of idle model at the end of the level, since the idea is the trio are joining up again, but I can see why they wouldn't. You know, video game cruelty potential and so on. That or, you know, plain laziness, most likely. Probably what put me off. Anyway, that's all for today, so join us next time for some more of this. And until next time, goodbye!